Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 10 and some new stuff that they released. They've been releasing a lot of stuff leading up to the show's premiere at the end of the month, so I'm very excited about this. Today we're going to talk a little bit, we're going to talk about a teaser that they posted where we got some new dialogue and some new artwork for The Walking Dead Season 10C, or the extra 6 episodes, whatever you want to call it. And then also, if you are a fan of The Walking Dead, be sure to hit the subscribe button because we have a lot of Walking Dead content coming up, again, leading up to that premiere, and then obviously reviews and breakdowns and all that kind of stuff. Tomorrow morning, actually, I have another video coming out discussing the images. They just released some new images, so I'm going to be discussing those in a video tomorrow morning. It's kind of late, so instead of posting 2 videos this late, I'm going to post this one now, and then tomorrow morning that video will be up as well. So be sure to subscribe if you're a fan. And then obviously, like a general spoiler warning in case you aren't caught up or anything like that with the show. But other than that, let's get into this teaser. Alright, so the teaser is mainly artwork, which is really cool. But it does give us a lot of hints. Well, I mean, it's kind of artwork, but it's also like scenes that I'm sure are going to be playing out in the episode, if that makes sense. You'll see what I mean when I go through it. But we got dialogue from the characters, like dialogue, in-episode dialogue. So this is all stuff that the characters are saying in these episodes, and they're all really interesting stuff. We got some from pretty much all the main characters, so we're gonna go through it. I wrote it down, so I'll read what the characters said, and then we'll break it down. So it starts off with this eye. The Walking Dead has like a new design too, which we'll see at the end. You can see Carol there. It zooms in on Carol's face, and she says, "I know this world, I did, it's gonna catch up to us eventually." So this is probably her talking to Daryl, because those two are gonna be spending some time together in these extra 6 episodes. And I think these, at least I think it's gonna start setting up Carol and Daryl leaving. We know they're gonna be getting a spin-off when the show ends next year, or not next year. Oh yeah, I guess next year, 2022, or like after season 11. So we know they're gonna get their own show. So I think these extra 6 episodes are gonna be setting up them discussing it. And I think that's what Carol's talking to Daryl about, that it's gonna catch up to us eventually. We keep doing the same thing over and over again. That was something they were discussing before. But anyways, we cut to Daryl then, and look at what he's wearing. He has like a stick, a backpack. So I think these extra 6 episodes, Daryl's gonna go back to being, or what he was doing before the Whisperer showed up, and that was looking for Rick. You can see that he's just probably living out in the wild again. And he says here, "I've got stuff to do." I think that's what he's saying. So it's kind of hard because of the dialogue and the music and everything like that to exactly pinpoint what they're saying, but I'm pretty sure he said something like, I just got stuff to do. And that makes sense, because I think he would be saying that to Carol or whoever, probably Carol, who's coming after him and trying to get him back to come home. And he's saying that, "I just got stuff to do." So that is really interesting as well, that they're going to focus more or go back to focusing on Daryl searching for Rick. I wonder if there's going to be a time jump or something, to see that change, because, Daryl was so caught up with the Whisperers. Well, I guess he never really came back home and said okay, I'm going to live here. I think he just sort of, I guess he kind of did, but then he just caught up with the Whisperers. So I don't think I think, now because of all the drama also, with Maggie coming back, Negan and Maggie are going to have a lot of drama, so that also could maybe lead him to leaving. But I think he's back searching for Rick. And again, I don't think it's a coincidence, I don't know. I just don't think they would randomly throw that back in there if it doesn't have a purpose to Daryl's full story. And maybe that's what the spinoff is about. Maybe it goes deeper into Rick, or Daryl searching for Rick, and maybe he finds out that Rick is alive. And I think he will. We still have to wait probably a long time for that. Not a long time, but like season 11. Unless, I think it'll be. Some people did ask me, do I think we'll find out in season 10C that that Rick is alive, or will Daryl find out? And I think that'll be really cool, but we'll see. Next, we got Aaron and Gabriel. So Aaron was saying helping people was right, and Gabriel is saying the world isn't built for the way it used to be. Now again, I could be wrong on some of the words, because it's sort of difficult to understand every single word they were saying for some reason. I think it was just the way that video was edited, but it's roughly around that. That's what he was pretty much saying. So Aaron and Gabriel, we know, are going to be spending some time together. I think they're scavenging or something, because they were in that building when they ran into Maze's character. And I'm definitely interested in their story, because Maze, that trailer they released, Maze looks like he's really going to put Aaron and Gabriel to the test. And you can see them here surrounded, or like they're back to back with their weapons up. This was something that was in the trailer also. And I think they're going to be fighting some walkers. That's what it looked like in the trailer. And if you actually pause this teaser super quickly, right before he cuts to the next character, which is Ezekiel, we get to see like some silhouettes of some walkers. So there's something about this scene. They had it in the trailer, they had it in this little teaser, and they also had it back in that in production teaser they released a while back. So I'm interested in seeing if this scene is significant. Now I know these are only 6 episodes, and it's obviously limited amount of footage. And each character is probably going to get at least 1 episode. So this could just be something they keep, posting about their episode. But I don't know. There's something about these walkers that definitely have me interested, because like every teaser that involves Aaron and Gabriel include this scene where they're surrounded by walkers. I mean, I don't think they would go out by walkers. I mean, that would be really shocking. It would be also a twist, like I don't think a lot of people are expecting, now that The Walking Dead has really established human villains, I think every time like a character gets killed by a walker, it's a real like shocker. So I don't know if they're doing something here with Aaron and Gabriel, but I wouldn't bet on it. I think if anything does happen to him, it'll be involved with Maze. Not saying that something will happen, but keep an eye out for this scene. And then we have Ezekiel, and he's saying, there are stories you tell yourself, then there's the truth. So Ezekiel could really be talking to anybody here. It could be the Commonwealth, or it could be like Eugene or Princess or Yumiko. But I think this would be an interesting thing to say to the Commonwealth, because the Commonwealth also, like the CRM, they seem like they're a group that's sort of distant from the rest of the Walking Dead people. Like they are really protected, and they might not know how rough it is to survive, because of how well they're equipped. So maybe that's something that Ezekiel is telling them, like, you have the stories to tell yourself, and then there's the truth, like, there's the real there's a real world out there, and stuff like that. I don't know, but it's hard to tell within the context, but that definitely is an interesting line. We also have this scene. It kind of makes me think this might be the Commonwealth, like somebody, because you can kind of see the shoulder blade there. It looks like they're wearing a suit or something. The mask obviously is off. You can see like a light above them. So it makes me feel like they're probably, like laying down on a desk or like a table or something, and someone is, I wouldn't say like, performing surgery or something like that, although that's what the setup looks like, but just maybe somebody questioning them, or maybe just patching them up. We'll see. We also then have some dialogue from Maggie, and she's saying we need to get our heads on straight. So this is obviously to the people back home. I think she's really going to disagree with what they're doing, in terms of like letting Negan out. And I think she's telling them like, you guys need to get your heads on straight. Negan is not, as good as a person as you think. Maybe she's questioning Negan. And I think this is going to be an interesting side of Maggie, which I'm very excited to see, because it does look like she's a bit of a changed character. Like, she always was a leader, but she wasn't like the type of leader to be very, demanding or rough on her people. But now it looks like she is, different. And they did say, way back before like we got any news about the extra 6 episodes, or like when they said Maggie was returning, it's going to be a bit of a new character. So this is definitely something that I'm going to be interested in. And then lastly, we have a Negan dialogue, and I love the little edit here where like, Negan comes up at the last second, pretty much right next to Maggie. And Negan says, something very terrible is going to happen to you. So wow, that's a big line of dialogue, because we know Negan is going to get his big episode with the flashback in the Here's Negan stuff with Lucille, but that's not the only time we're going to see Negan. We're going to see him a lot, throughout the, or at least like in the first episode, I'm sure we'll see him. We're going to see him meet Maggie and stuff like that. So this could be talking to Lucille, because we know Lucille is sick. So maybe he's just being like upfront with her or something. which is kind of rough, you know, the way he's saying that. I mean, I can't imagine him saying it to anyone else, though. Like, why would he tell Maggie or Daryl that something terrible is going to happen to you, right? You know, it could. I think this has to do with his flashback. Even if it isn't towards Lucille, I feel like this is something that would be in his flashback episode. You know, like he could be telling a savior this, somebody he ran into while he's becoming Negan. So you guys let me know. But that's a pretty, you know, deep piece of dialogue right there. And then lastly, we got that brand new Walking Dead logo. I think it looks pretty awesome. Really, really cool design. Obviously, it returns February 28th. Which at the time of posting this video is exactly 27 days away. So I'm very excited for the premiere. Again, you know, we'll be having videos leading up to the show and then reviews and breakdowns and all that kind of good stuff. So if you are a fan of The Walking Dead, be sure to subscribe. That was a teaser we got. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about these extra 6 episodes. What are you most excited for? What do you think is going to happen? And, you know, what do you hope to happen? You know, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Please take care, and I'll see you guys soon.